Russell T Davies has returned to Doctor Who. And in an interview, he came out and rubbished modern woke screenwriters who are obsessed with diversity rather than loving television. That's right. Russell T Davies, the champion who will be leading Doctor Who moving forwards. This Doctor Who. This Doctor Who has rubbished woke screenwriters. You can't make this stuff up. You actually can't make this stuff up. It's absolutely bizarre. Now, bearing in mind, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with a gay black Doctor Who. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a trans Doctor Who companion. But don't sit there on a pedestal, Russell T Davies, and say, I mean, this is like some weird psyop. You can't sit there and say that modern woke screenwriters are obsessed with diversity when you're overseeing apparently the queerest era in Doctor Who. What? Hypocrite. The mastermind behind the renaissance of Doctor Who has criticised rubbish television screenwriters obsessed with diversity. Russell T Davies, the chief writer and producer of the show's 2005 reboot, said many screenwriters today did not love TV and were more interested in representation. Do I just have to keep reminding you of what you're about to be overseeing? Again, Neil Patrick Harris recently completed filming his part for the upcoming season of Doctor Who, and he spilled some juicy tea the queer fans of the iconic sci-fi series are about to get very excited over. According to Neil Patrick Harris, the new version of the Time Lord, played by Nkuti Gatwa, is a member of the LGBTQ+ family. I got to meet and interact with him a bit, and he's glorious, Harris told Variety, speaking about Gatwa. He'll be the very first gay Doctor Who, which is going to be super cool. A sexier Doctor. But Russell T Davies says that screenwriters are more interested in representation. I mean, buddy, do you know what you're overseeing? I do a lot of mentoring, he says, and there are voices wanting to be heard of any gender or ethnicity who consider themselves invisible. They hate the media that ignores them, and they're trapped into wanting a job in that medium purely to increase representation. He said further, I read their scripts and they're rubbish. They don't actually love television, so they don't know how to write for it. Again? Do I have to keep coming back to this? While the series did previously reveal a same-sex attraction between the Doctor, as portrayed by Jodie Whittaker, and her companion, Yaz Khan, this could mark the very first time that the Time Lord could be out and proud about their sexual orientation. Also appearing on this season is Heartstopper star Yasmin Finney as Rose. You'll find out in 2023, but it's an absolute joy to welcome Yasmin to the Doctor Who set, Russell T Davies said. We all fell in love with her in Heartstopper, one of those shows which changes the world, and now Yasmin can change the Whoniverse. And how, might I add, or might I ask, sorry, is how is she going to change the Whoniverse? Because her character's trans? Again, nothing wrong with her being trans. Nothing wrong with all of that. But don't sit there and say that people are upset. Like, you're overseeing what could only be described as the wokest version of Doctor Who, or the wokest season of Doctor Who imaginable, and you're sat there lambasting modern screenwriters as being woke. You're overseeing the wokest season of Doctor Who. What are you doing? This is a bizarre, it's just a bizarre site. What is going on? It's like you think people don't have the internet and can't research what you previously stated. In the same interview, actor and director Mark Gatiss shared his concern about the quality of new writers. Again, that's hilarious. Sometimes I think I'm like Pollyanna because I've met so many people who hate making television. It seems to make them so miserable. Go and work on the bins or something. It's hard work, it gives you ulcers, so you have to love it. Mr. Davies has returned to oversee Doctor Who in its 60th anniversary year, after the most recent run suffered a poor reception from fans and critics. It faced criticism under Chris Chibnall for being too political and woke. He quit the show after the latest Christmas special, the final episode with Jodie Whittaker, as the first female Doctor. In 2005, Mr. Davies revived Doctor Who to critical acclaim by casting Christopher Eccleston and then David Tennant in the lead role and penning more adult and modern storylines. This year, fans will see Nakuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor, the first black actor to take on the role. Again, nothing wrong with that, but don't sit there and lambaste modern screenwriters as being woke when this is what you're overseeing. What are you doing? It's super bizarre. Again, you know, people are like, yeah, it's going to be the queerest one ever. And you got this here. Heartstopper actress Yasmin Finney confirmed over the weekend that her forthcoming Doctor Who character, Rose, is going to be trans, just like her. Nothing wrong with that. Literally nothing wrong with that at all. Just because you're trans doesn't mean your character has to be trans, though. That's bizarre. You're an actor at the end of the day. Act. Making her one of the only trans characters in all of Doctor Who. So again, you have Russell T Davies coming out trying to hoodwink everyone by saying, oh, modern writers, they hate TV, they're all bloody woke. They're all obsessed with representation. First black, first openly gay, first trans. What are you doing? We all have Google. We can see what you've written. My character is trans, so Boris, I hope you see Heartstopper, I hope you see Doctor Who, because I exist, and I know you know I exist. Although some outlets have taken Finney's statement to mean that a character will be the first trans companion to the Doctor, not much is actually known about Rose. I mean, modern writing will probably indicate that she is, I would imagine so. That's unlikely that they will. That's just modern writing for you. But yeah, bizarre. Finney's statement confirms that will be the second trans character. Oh, apparently the second trans character ever on Doctor Who. Well, who's the first then? Oh, okay. And this is funny as well. Lady Cassandra O'Brien, who was also introduced by Davies. First and second one introduced by Davies, the guy saying that everyone is inherently woke. Got it, okay. But anyway, she's barely human sheath of skin, as them creator Samantha Piddle pointed out. Lady Cassandra is hardly what one would call good representation. Moisturize me memes aside, she also plays into the classic trans-misogynist trope of the deranged transsexual killer a la Silence of the Lambs. Well, they exist. The bar may be on the ground, but Finney's character will be a long overdue landmark for the show. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, this is just some bizarre psyop nonsense. Doctor Who, Russell T Davies, everyone's woke. Yeah, including you, mate. Including you.